Welcome, race fans, to Tuesday Night Trucks, proudly brought to you by Jason Russo and Pro Automotive. First and foremost, big shout out there to Jason Russo joining us out here on this 1 mile track tonight. Big shout out there to Jason Russo in the number 14. Be keeping a good eye on our sponsor for the night. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I am Scott Kolovic. This is KMA TV. This is Tuesday Night Trucks. And this is Bristol. Week 10 of our KMA Racing Series. Now last night, what a race we did have. Ryan Kuhn leading 56 laps of this half-mile track. Ryan not able to join us out here tonight. Might be a chance for other drivers to move up in the point race of our Tuesday Night Truck. Looking at some pretty sharp weather out here. 65 degrees flat. Going to make some good racing out here. But I tell you what, this is Bristol. And Bristol can be a handful very often. Qualifying extremely important as it was last night. Ryan Kuhn taking that pole position, I do believe. And as I mentioned, leading out at 56 laps. But that is caution dependent. Now Ryan Kuhn last night was leading a lap as he did get caught up into the mess of some lap traffic, but able to fight it back and bring it back, and what a job Ryan did last night. We're going to see how Brad Ream does out here tonight. Travis Browder. We've got Ronald Klein, as I mentioned, Jason Russo, Jack Watts, Gary Whitmer Jr. out here tonight, being rooted on by Mom and Dad Whitmer out there on that KMA TV chat. Drivers are finishing up their qualifying rounds. Going to take a look at our qualifying grid and see who did what with where and when. Taking a look at that grid, we've got Travis Browder out there on that front line. Travis Browder pulling down a very solid 14.335, and he will be sitting side by side with Mitchell Reeves. Mitchell Reeves having a strong finish last night. Tonight, qualifying in with a 14.353. Douglas Hess sitting in third position, side by side with Matthew Quick in the Squatty Potty in fourth. Darren Reason in the number 98 tonight, starting back in fifth position. He will be side by side against the number 40 of Garrett Potts. Seventh position belonging to Jack Watts. Ronald Hartfeld taking up that position 8. Brad Ream running for RTK Motorsports, side by side with KMA's very own Donald Stewart. Going to be some good racing right there. They had a blast out here last night. Position 11. Sean Dower. And there is Mr. Gary Whitmer sitting back there in 12th position. Jason Russo, number 14, starting in the 13th position. John Henderson back in 15th. Ronald Klein, owner of RTK, sitting back in position 16. Lee Ryerson, Joel Guy, and Chris Hogue in the rear of the field. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is our qualifying field. High hopes out here tonight for Travis Browder, but Travis Browder is going to have to work very hard and just flat out get her done tonight. So big shout out there to all these drivers out here tonight, brave enough to come out here to this half-mile track. I want to give a big shout out there to the fans on the KM8 TV chat. Going to keep us company out here tonight. Hopefully these drivers will keep us entertained with some long green flag runs and some long green flag pit stops. Saw a little bit about that going on last night, but not as much as what we would like to see. A few drivers receiving penalties last night. A little bit of confusion on the do not change lanes before that start-finish line rule. Got to hold your position until you cross that start-finish line. Good to see Matthew Quick out there in the squatty potty taking care of your number 1 and number 2 needs. Always got to give a shout out there to Matthew Quick and the squatty potty, brought to you by Over the Top Paints and Designs. Drivers getting ready to rock and roll out here for 100 laps. Last night they were running about 14-15 seconds on the lap time, so we're going to see what these Chevy Silverados get out here and do. Nice start there by Travis Browder. Mitch Reeves immediately wanting to get underneath of Travis Browder up there in the front. Already these two drivers putting on a very nice show. Mitchell Reeves and Travis Browder leading us off tonight. Douglas Hess, Matthew Quick, and Garrett Potts. Nice little 3-pack right there racing is Matthew Quick. Gives the inside run to the number 40 of Garrett Potts. Garrett Potts, Matthew Quick, side by side. Darren Reason back in the number at 98, taking it very careful tonight. Being followed by Jack Watts and Ronald Hartfeld. Number 78, Donald Stewart, being chased down by the number 5 of Gary Whitmer. RTK Motorsports with a brand new paint job. Unilocal number 76, Batman, KBD. Not sure if I'm seeing the right paint job right there, but nonetheless, he's will be known as the Batman tonight. Lee Ryerson in the 125, anti-bullying Chevy Silverado. Brad Ream making a little move on the number 125. 125 a little bit slower. Coming around that corner easily, allowing the number 61 Brad Ream by. Number 14 of Jason Russo. 14th position in the number 14. And Joe Guy at the rear of the field, 6.1 seconds off of our race leaders. All right, ladies and gentlemen, off to a very good start tonight at Bristol. Mitchell Reeves with a big run underneath the number 46 of Travis Browder. Travis Browder leading all 8 laps so far out here at Bristol. Mitchell Reeves getting ready to try to make a change on that side by side. Travis Browder will lead lap 9. But I'll tell you what, they are door to door, no banging. Both drivers being very, very courteous out here. Always like courtesy. Courtesy will go a long way tonight. But Douglas Hess has worked his way up there to position 3. Now Douglas Hess looking like he's going to make a move around Travis and Mitchell Reeves down on the inside lane. Side by side with the number 46 of Travis Browder, but not quite able to stick it down there. Garrett Potts already suffering a little bit of rear end damage. Not sure how that rear end damage was accumulated, but my guess it might have been from the number 89, looking like he's got a little bit of front end damage, so front meets back, and Garrett Potts started off with a little bit of bite out of that rear end of the number 40 Ranger Toyota. Taking the in car with Garrett Potts. Working this track very strongly early on. This is a brake track, an accelerator track. This is about endurance, ladies and gentlemen. Once you find your groove, you've got to hold on to that groove. Mitchell Reeves way up there in the distance, leading 6 laps. Put a little distance on Travis Browder. The question is Mitchell Reeves burning his stuff up as we watch Douglas Hess trying to work his way around the number 46 of Travis Browder, not able to stick it. Garrett Potts with a big run up on the windowgang.com Chevy Silverado. Number 40, Garrett Potts in trouble.
Caution, sorry, caution.
Going to take a look and see what happened with Garrett Potts in the number 40. Coming around that corner, and appears that the truck just started to break loose a little bit. Nose first into the wall. Trying to get it off the track best he can. But as he was backing off of that track, now check out the number 78. Number 78 being driven by Donald Stewart. Donald Stewart going for a little bit of a self-spin, trying to avoid a collision there with another driver. A little bit of contact there with the number 40, but that was not what brought out the initial caution. The initial caution was brought out by the number 40, getting a little bit of a self-spin situation. Well, I'll tell you what, it happens. It is early on. Lap 20 of 100, 1/5 of the way through this race. And first caution, we're going to call that an extremely good start out here at Bristol Motor Speedway. After 20 laps, taking a look at our running order. Travis Browder, Mitchell Reeves, Douglas Hess, Matthew Quick, Joel Guy. Gary Whitmer Jr. sitting up in 8th position. Jason Russo has moved up there to position 10. Brad Ream, position 11. A couple of drivers jotting into pit row. That would be Joel Guy. Joel Guy heading off into pit row. Going to give up that front running spot. Playing the odds out here tonight. Oftentimes you can stay in the rear of the field and come back and win it. The only lap that matters if you are at first place or not truly is indeed that very last lap. Donald Stewart behind the pace car. Shows Travis Browder as being first, so Donald Stewart might be in a position for that wave by. Free pass, as we call it, when the drivers are approaching one to go. Garrett Potts will be one lap down on our first restart of the night. Donald Stewart indeed getting that go-ahead from our race officials to pass the pace car, come up onto the rear end of the field. Travis Browder, Mitchell Reeves, side by side. That is a ton of truck right there. Chevy Silverado on the right, Toyota Tundra on the left. And away goes Travis Browder in the Toyota Tundra. I think Mitchell Reeves and Travis Browder are going to have a good old time out here tonight. Douglas Hess with a big move around, trying to come around Mitchell Reeves. Mitchell Reeves coming up on the 46 of Travis. Coming up on Travis Browder like a billy goat coming up on a pound of billy goat pellets or whatever those billy goats do eat nonetheless. Mitchell Reeves showing excellent control out here tonight. Douglas Hess has got to be very careful not to let Mitchell and Travis run away. But he's perfectly good right now holding third. Near contact there. I think there might have been just a hair of contact between Mitchell and Travis. Can't verify that, but as they say, rubbing is racing. And if you're not racing, you're not rubbing. Douglas Hess doing a good job tonight, holding solid in third. Matthew Quick, 1.6 seconds back in the squatty potty. Doing everything he can to keep Jack Watts off of his tail. It's got to be hard for Jack, looking at the rear end of the squatty potty. Kitty cat eyes. Not sure what a kitty cat has to do with the squatty potty. But nonetheless, that is what the man requested. In-car camera with Brad Ream, currently 6th position. Eyeing Jack Watts very carefully. Ronald Klein, number 14. Ronald Klein in the number 76. Jason Russo in the number 14. Putting on a nice little show out here tonight so far. Nice truck there painted up by Over the Top Paints and Designs. The official Chevy Silverado Pro Automotive number 14. Number 14 coming up on Batman in the number 76. Ronald Klein. He's got him up there to the rear end. Making a run down onto that inside. Jason Russo, is he a little faster? Faster on the end, but not so fast on the outtake. There we are on that intake one more time. Ronald Klein, faster, getting a wide berth round the number 14. Takes a couple of laps before you get around the driver here, as Jason Russo is showing. Every lap, though, he gets a little bit further around. But is he putting pressure on those tires? Number 76, very close to that upper wall. Side by side, saw that 14 a rocking. Jason Russo saying you may come a knocking. Nice run by the number 76. And Jason Russo in the number 14. Jason Russo's going to have to back that one up and try it again. There in reason. And Gary Whitmer. Gary Whitmer out here tonight running with the Mulsman's Applesauce, showing his support for PAD, People Against Distracted Driving. Good to see Garrett Potts back out on that track on the rear end of the number 5 Mulsman's Toyota. But Garrett Potts, unfortunately, one lap down as Gary Whitmer comes up. Gets a big run on the number 98, Dangler Brother Racing. Interesting fact, the number 98 of Darren Reason and Brad Ream, number 61, do believe they did some college days together back in the day, if I am accurate. I know Darren Reason played a little football. Brad Ream, big enough to play football, pretty sure he did. Gary Whitmer, caution is out. Taking a look at Gary Whitmer and the number 40. I think that Garrett... Ooh, now that interesting situation right there, folks. I want to slow this one here down. Take a look at this. Actually, look at that. Look at that. No contact. I'm going to back that up just a little bit more. Ladies and gentlemen, there was absolutely no contact there between the number 40 and the number 5. Little thing called net code. You can tell where the number 5's rear end is completely caved in. But, wow. Unfortunately, a little bit of net code sitting out there for the number 5 and the number 40. I'm going to put Joel Guy out there on that front line as Joel Guy making his way into pit row. Joel Guy in the number 91. Taking those right sides, taking those left sides. Good as time as any to talk to the number 91 of Joel Guy. How about it, Joel Guy? Have you got a copy?
Sure do, Scott.
Alrighty, I pulled you up here because I wanted to ask a little bit of computer stuff. Now, on that last caution we just witnessed, we did see involved in the number 40 and the number 5, but I tell you what, the number 40 never actually touched the number 5. And I'm assuming that was net code. Can you tell us what happened there, what caused that truck to spin out, even though he did not get touched?
Yeah, what happens is the servers get out of sync and it thinks that the cars are touching with their code that they've got written to place the cars and trucks. And when it gets out of sync like that, it'll cause you to get stuck with a caution.
Alrighty, copy that. A little bit of good information right there from the number 91. How's your race going? I see you going back into pit row.
I got into the wall early and got a little bit of damage, so I'm trying to get that repaired now and not have to use my backup just in case.
There you go, smart fella. All right, good luck to you, Joel Guy.
Thank you, Scott, and you have a good time in the booth.
Alrighty, folks, a little bit of good information right there from Joel Guy. Joel Guy is our technical feller, one of a couple of technical fellers we got out there. I know that broke Becky Whitmer's heart out there rooting on Gary Whitmer, but I tell you what, you've seen it with your own eyes. Net code. One day we will learn how to get that net code out of these rooms. But I tell you what, Gary Whitmer showing a fair amount of damage there on the rear end of the Molsman's Toyota. That will put Gary Whitmer, first driver, one lap down. And we are back to Green Flag Racing here at Bristol. Very nice start back here towards the rear of the field. You know, that's hard starting back here in the rear of the field. If you're up there in the front, all you got to do is run away. But back here, it gets hard. You got drivers watching, you got drivers checking up, slower drivers, faster drivers. Right now, Joel Guy seeming to be in the hornet's nest as the number 77 of Jack Watts comes ripping by. Number 68 making a good move as well. And there goes Donald Stewart, or should I say, here comes Donald Stewart as he makes his way around Joel Guy. Gary Whitmer around Joel Guy, as well as the number 40 of Garrett Potts. But Garrett Potts make a little bit of damage with that wall. Checking in up front, Douglas Hess and Travis Browder putting on a mighty fine show out here. We are at the halfway point. Mitchell Reeves leading 34 of these 52 laps. 48 to go, ladies and gentlemen. Drivers are still tighter than a pound of ants at a picnic party, I tell you what. Looking at them from the blimp view, they sometimes do look like ants. All these drivers, I would say, bunched up pretty well. Now, you got to realize this is a half-mile track. Sure, they've got 3-4 truck lengths behind them, between them, separating them out, but I tell you what, one wrong move out here, ladies and gentlemen, and we will be under caution. But what a great job these drivers have done tonight. We are already, at this point last night, had 5 cautions, and tonight we've only had 2, and we've still got 15 drivers on that lead lap. Ronald Hartfield, our last lead lap driver, playing it safe in the Napa know-how. Maybe Napa does know how and will know how to get that job done tonight. 12th position belonging to the Stop Bullying Chevy Silverado, being driven by Lee Ryerson. Gary Potts able to get his last lap down back, as he does come around. The 1 lap down driver of Gary Whitmer. Nice little action going on. Whether Gary Whitmer is 1 lap down or 100 laps down, always out here doing his best. And I want to give a big shout out there to Gary Whitmer, our Monday night sponsor. Big shout out there to Gary Whitmer and GW Graphics. Darren Reason sitting in position 10. Trying to make his way up there to the Boston Red Sox, Donald Stewart, in loving memory of Dad Everett. I know if they have televisions and broadcastings up there in heaven, Stewart Sr. watching the KMA TV broadcast here at Bristol. And I'm sure when he's not doing that, he is watching the Boston Red Sox play. Jack Watson, number 77. Very nice looking paint job right there by Over the Top Paints and Designs. Jack Watts representing Southeast Motorsports. Whoa, caution is out. Taking a look at Douglas Hess and Jason Russo. Whoa, brother. I tell you, we're going to back that up a little bit. It does appear that Douglas Hess coming up and impeding the pathway of the number 14 of Jason Russo. We're going to take a look at that from in-car camera of Jason Russo riding along in my automobile. And there's another one right there. Really not much Jason Russo could have done at that point. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that'll be our 3rd caution of the night out here at Bristol. Pretty good race so far. But as we do get closer and closer to go time, going to be a little bit more dangerous out here. Well, that should give Gary Whitmer Jr. his lap back, if I am correct. At least that's what we're going to be hoping for, is Gary Whitmer Jr. to get that lap back. Gary Whitmer heading into pit road, so he will not... must have had a little bit more damage right there. Unfortunate break there for... Actually, that may have done it. Gary Whitmer is showing on my screen as on that lead lap. We're going to have to come back and check in with that. Mitchell Reeves, Travis Browder bypassing pit row, as is Matthew Quick. Matthew Quick, a little bit of damage up there on the front end. How about it, Matthew Quick? Have you got a copy?
Yes, sir. How are you doing?
Doing very good, sir. How are you?
I'm trying to learn how to short track.
All right, you have got a little bit of front end damage on that Chevy Silverado. How's that feeling you out?
I got that like the first 2 laps, just trying to figure out a place out in line. Kind of got cut off a little bit, but it hasn't affected anything, so it's going pretty good.
All righty, copy that. I always like to give the guys a big chance to give a shout out to their sponsor. Talk to me about the Squatty Potty.
Squatty Potty, we're number 1 and number 2s. I mean, right now Mitchell Reeves is in first, and I'm hoping to at least get a second, maybe get a piece of them here and there. If not, I'm going to try to get that number 2 position. Here we go.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you, buddy.
Matthew Quick feeling very confident back there in the number 2 position. Still not sure what the kitty cat eyes have got to do with the squatty potty. Travis Browder, number 3. Good run tonight for Travis Browder. Taking a quick look at our running order. Mitchell Reeves, Travis Browder, Matthew Quick, Brad Ream up to 4th position. Jack Watts with Southeast in position 5. Ronald Klein with RTK Motorsports pulling out a P7. Garrett Potts P7. Donald Stewart, Jason Russo, Darren Reason to position 10. Gary Whitmer is showing on that lead lap in position 14. Good job there too, Gary Whitmer Jr. Back on that lead lap at the tail end of the field. Another chance for Gary Whitmer tonight. Pace car is in, and away we go, ladies and gentlemen. Matthew Quick talking about how he's got something for Mitchell Reeves. Travis might have a little bit something more, though. Travis Browder out in front of the squatty potty. Travis Browder wanting to make a move on the Southeast Motorsport. Mitchell Reeves. Tell you what, Mitchell Reeves having his hands full tonight. Travis Browder putting it on. Matthew Quick getting a good run on Travis Browder, but rut row. We've got some lap traffic coming out here into the corner as we go around pit row. How is that lap traffic going to affect? Look like they're going to meet them up on the tail end of 2, possibly up on the beginning of 3. Matthew Quick side by side with Travis Browder. Travis Browder holding his line, very solid. Travis Browder out there by a nose. Mitchell Reeves coming up onto that lap traffic. What racing, what driving right here between Matthew Quick, Travis Browder, but Brad Ream. Brad Ream in the number 61, showing his support for Pat and RTK Motorsports. Gotta love the paint job on the number 61. I'm not sure what you would call it, that veins or blood or red lightning strike. We'll go with lightning strike. Drivers will be working their way around the number 91 of Joel Guy. Joel Guy 6 laps down. We are 3 wide with that lap traffic. Joel Guy being what a guy. Matthew Quick, the number 61, Brad Ream sliding, rubbing his racing on lap 76 of 100. 3 cautions totaling out 14 laps. Take a look at our race summary. Only 3 lead changes out here tonight. Mitchell Reeves, Travis Browder. Contact between Travis Browder and Brad Ream. You saw it first here, ladies and gentlemen. Tighter than a hair in a biscuit. Ooh! Matthew Quick into the wall. I think Brad Ream may be sliding up a little bit. They're beating. They're banging. It's go time. It is time to get her done, folks. That'll put Brad Ream down into position 4. Jack Watts, Ronald Klein. Donald Stewart with a big run. Trying to work his way around the number 76 of Ronald Klein. Jason Russo sitting in position 9. As I thank Donald Stewart. Donald Stewart going for a little bit of a spin. No caution will fly, but I do want to check to see what happened with the number 78. Okay, not quite sure what happened to the number 78. We are back to live racing. Gary Whitmer Jr. doing a good job right now in position 12. Mitchell Reeves has broken away from Travis Browder by 1.9 seconds. Matthew Quick, very quick tonight. 2.5 seconds back off of our race leader, Brad Ream, 2.7 back. Still a great battle between Matthew Quick and Brad Ream. Ronald Klein, Jason Russo, number 40F, Garrett Potts doing a great job out here tonight. Almost 3 wide, almost 3 wide. Jason Russo thinking twice about it. But I tell you what, if you're going to do it, you got to do it, you got to do it now. Jason Russo has gotten his way around Garrett Potts. I'll drop Garrett Potts down to position 8. Jason Russo now taking a hard look at Ronald Klein. Both drivers 4.6 back. Will split the middle at 4.6. Jason Russo trying to catch Batman in the Pro Automotive Chevy Silverado. Making a good run on that inside. Door is open. He's got his foot in that door. But Jack Watt's going to impede his path a little bit. Jack Watt's in position 5. There goes Jason Russo. Underneath the number 76. Trying to get underneath the number 77. He's going to go for a twofer here on Tuesday night. We're going to call it Tuesday Night Twofers. Ran out of gusto right there, though. Garrett Potts working his way around the number 76. Big action right here on lap 90. Ladies and gentlemen, 10 to go. Where did this night go out tonight? Number 14 fighting back. Ronald Klein fighting back. Garrett Potts still wanting a piece of the action. And here comes Douglas Hess. Tremendously great racing out here tonight, folks. You love it when they go green flag racing out here. We're live action with Jason Russo and Jack Watts. Jason Russo wanting to get up there. Only 2.3 seconds back, 5.6 seconds back off of our race leader with 8 to go. Jason Russo with a move on the number 77 of Jack Watts on 93, 7 to go. Jack Watts fighting it back. Garrett Potts and Ronald Klein still dishing it out. Douglas Hess watching it all happen. Moving up through our field, taking a look at Brad Ream, trying to chase down Matthew Quick. Matthew Quick trying to work his way around Travis Browder. Travis Browder, 2.9 seconds back off of our race leader. 6 to go, ladies and gentlemen. Bouncing back, checking on these guys. They're doing a great job out here tonight. Jack Watts, Jason Russo battling it hard. Number 40 underneath the number 76. 14 closing that door. 14 up to the wall, opening that door for the number 40. Big dive by the number 40 around the number 76, but cannot hold that groove. Back up to Matthew Quick and Travis Browder and Brad Ream battling hard for position 2. We have got 4 laps to go. Ladies and gentlemen, we are looking at 2 minutes. Matthew Quick sitting at 3 seconds off of our race leader, making the last ditch move around Travis Browder. Trying to make it happen. Matthew Quick. Travis Browder battling for position 2 and 3. Coming up on lap traffic of Ronald Hartfeld and Lee Ryerson in the 125. Mitchell Reeves pretty much got this one here wrapped up. 3 wide on the last lap. Matthew Quick side by side with Travis Browder. Can he stick it? Contact. Rubbing is racing. Beating is banging. And wow, what a finish out there, ladies and gentlemen. Travis Browder, Matthew Quick, and Mitchell Reeves. Wow, what a run out there, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get these drivers up here for driver interviews. How about it, Travis Browder? Have you got a copy?
User was moved to your channel.
Travis Browder, have you got a copy? How about it, Matthew Quick? Have you got a copy?
Yes, sir. How you doing?
I tell you what, I could not tell which one of you was second or third. Can you help me out with that?
Yeah, I couldn't get the pass finish. I tried. I caught him at the end. And I tried as best as I could, but I couldn't do anything about it.
So you did fall to position 3 tonight.
Yes, sir, I did. So it wasn't too bad.
I tell you what, you did a tremendous job. That was some awesome racing going on there between you and Travis Browder. Now, I forgot to ask you one question when I was taking your interview in earlier, and it's a very important question. I need to know, sir, what the eyes on the rear end of the Squatty Potty have to do with the Squatty Potty.
It has nothing to do with it. It's just kind of my signature thing of just annoying people, and I let the grumpy cat, so it's one of my favorite things. And when every one of my cars used to make was just a grumpy cat in the back.
All right, when I tell you what, you have got no reason to be grumpy out here tonight. Doing a great job. Good job on your position 3.
Thank you.
How about it, Travis Browder? Have you got a copy? Travis Browder, have you got a copy, sir?
There was.
How about it, Travis Browder? Have you got a copy, sir? All right, we are having some microphone issues with Travis Browder. Nonetheless, Travis Browder will give a big shout out there to John Hedrick and Over the Top Paints and Design. Travis Browder with a position 2 tonight. Mitchell Reeves, have you got a copy?
We got you, Scott.
Wow, what a run tonight. You out here showing your stuff, weren't you?
Yeah, it was. It turned out to be a pretty decent night. We started second, and really had to battle Browder hard. The first 2 restarts, we had a terrible pit stop that second time, and I did the same thing again. But once we got out in front, we kind of just sailed out. This Bristol's probably one of my favorite tracks on this game. Last night I feel like we were kind of at a disadvantage with not having a great setup. Nonetheless, we finished second. And for our last 3 appearances to be a first, second, and first at KMA and come back for a couple races consecutively, I'm pretty excited for it.
Well, how are you going to feel about this track when we move it over Friday into the big boy cars, those Gen 6s? Are you going to have the same luck out here?
Well, with the Gen 6s, it's kind of one of those things you got to just learn on your feet. You got a lot more. You're almost talking about 100, 200 more horsepower and those things, especially with an open setup. So, if we can find a good setup, I know the line here. I don't know how the Gen 6s are going to react necessarily to the bottom. I feel like it's going to still be a high line track, and it's still going to be hard to pass. But it's always fun to bring another, another thing into the race and bring all 3 cars so you can tell the difference, because it really helps us, not in just KMA, but in iRacing in general, to run all 3 top-tier NASCAR divisions at the track, so you can help yourself in the process.
All righty, copy that. Good information right there. Now, tell me where I can go if I want to check out what you do out there in the real world.
Just check me out at Mitchell Reeves on Facebook. Always trying to put up live video feeds and GoPro videos from the action the last weekend. Have been having some issues lately, but we're going to try to get back to that this week. But while we're here, first and foremost, I need to thank all the sponsors that make this happen for KMA TV. First and foremost is Blaze Pizza, Over the Top Paints and Designs. Like I've said almost every interview, if you're not running the John Hedrick paint scheme, there's something wrong with you. No offense to everybody that's not, but he's got some great stuff. Definitely go check him out there at Trading Paints or Over the Top Paints and Designs. GW Graphics, big supporter of KMA, and once and last and certainly not least, Southeast Motorsports and KMA TV. Me and Jack Watts, my teammate, were talking about you earlier about how you've basically given up all your racing to do this and give a show to the fans, and we can't thank KMA TV and more than that, Scott Fluviak, enough for everything he has done for us. So thank you for doing it, Scott, and hopefully we keep doing this.
I tell you what, I love what I do, and I love my fans, and man, I love watching you get up here and lead 83 laps out here tonight, and we're hoping we're going to see you again out here on Friday. Congratulations to Mitchell Reeves.
Thank you. Southeast out.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to flash up those race results. Hope you enjoyed the show. What a night out here. Mitchell Reeves leading 83 laps. Awesome job. Travis Browder definitely worked his little tail off tonight. Did a great job. Matthew Quick and the Squatty Potty sitting in a very strong 3rd place. Brad Ream in the house with RTK in 4th, and Jason Russo, our sponsor for Tuesday nights. Big shout out there to Jason Russo, finishing up in 5th place. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is KMA TV. I am Scott Kulovic, your commentator for the night. We're going to flash up some great commercials We're our way out of here, folks. And we'll catch you back here on Friday night, back in Bristol in the big boy cars. Be sure to check out RTK working those cameras tomorrow night for KMA TV. Tomorrow night and on Thursday night as well. All right, thanks for joining me, fans. Keeping me company. We'll catch you out there on that flip side.